Hello and welcome to Health Matters on Channels Television. It's so nice to have you join us. I am Mary Alale Yusuf. Urbanization, migration, globalization have changed the nature of work in modern times. Advancements in technology are affecting the speed and quality of outputs for the better. The pace and intensity also impacts on the health of employers and employees. The World Federation for Mental Health states that symptoms such as difficulty concentrating, making decisions, and remembering are present 94% of the time in an episode of depression, resulting in reduction in work function and productivity. Also, an average of 36 working days are lost per depression episode. But work brings in an income and may help contribute to one's identity. Joining me on the show today to talk about workplace mental health is a consultant psychiatrist and medical director at Pinnacle Medical Services in Lagos, Dr. Maimuna Kadiri. You know you're always welcome to the show. So let us first of all define mental health before people think we're talking about madness.
You're right. You're right, because quite a number of people, when they hear mental health, they just believe it's that man on the street. And they don't understand that we all have mental health just the way we have our physical health. So according to the World Health Organization, mental health is defined as a state of well-being where an individual is able to realize, number one, his potentials in life. Number two, ability to work productively and fruitfully. Number three, ability to deal with the day-to-day hazards of life. Last but not the least, ability to give back to the society.
Okay, so what we're looking at right now is how somebody from the workplace gets satisfaction, fulfillment, productivity,
beautiful,
and impact on society.
Exactly.
When we do that, we're talking about mental health?
You are very right, absolutely. That's on the side of the employee.
Yes.
On the side of the employer, of course, definitely needs return on investment, profitability, and of course the holistic productivity from the employees in the workplace, yes.
So my question would be, what would trigger or cause mental health problems in the workplace?
Severally. Let's not forget that these employees are not just work-based. We all know that there are genetic predisposition to most medical conditions, not only mental health, meaning, for those that will not understand what it means, meaning that there are most medical conditions start from the family. It's not one person, it can be heritable. So as much as possible, for individuals out there, they should understand that in the workplace, so many environmental factors also play a large extent to things that people can also deal with. From bullying, harassment, when there are lack of policies regarding safety and health in the workplace, when there are inflexible working hours, when there are poor communication from the organizational level to the managerial level, when there is low support for staff, when there are no outlet for staff to even express themselves. All these are all risk-related factors that can lead to people developing mental health-related problems in the workplace.
Okay, so how does somebody identify, or shall I even say suspect, that somebody could be going through such a period? Maybe a period of mental unwellness.
Awareness, exactly.
That's not being fully himself or herself, or maybe not being able to give his or her best at the workplace because of one of these things you mentioned.
Beautiful. A lot of times, some organizations don't even bother with any pre-assessment, apart from the HR knowing the skills and capacities of what the person wants to do. They don't understand what that person has a history, if that person is likely to have a mental illness. And those are things that are not really considered in our working environment. Or just come do your work and then go. So these predisposing factors are there, but we have what we call precipitating things that can easily trigger. For example, you are coming to work and you were harassed at a gunpoint by armed robbers.
Okay.
And you still have to be at work.
That can definitely affect work.
Exactly.
But people would expect it to affect work for a day, and then you're okay the next day.
And sadly, that may not be it. It may be that individual, that may not be the first time, or maybe the first time, but so intense. And then what we call post-traumatic stress disorders don't come immediately. They are diagnoses that you see 3 to 6 months after. So they will give the person maybe a day off or two, sympathy leave, go get things done. But quite a number of these people never go for what we call counseling or debriefing. So they just expect that, oh, we've given you a day or two off, without letting them know that there is a support system where they can go for counseling and talk about what happened. And then they come resume work, and the person is just watching a blank screen. It's not being productive. It's no longer absenteeism we are looking at more in the workplace. We are looking at presenteeism. So people are there. They're not
you're there, but you're not
doing
really
anything.
there.
So productivity is deep. And so you are not productive. The appraisal keeps going down. The profitability that the employer needs is not there. And they're like, but he comes to work every day. What could be wrong? So for you as a person, if they may not discover that they are going through challenges, the onus lies on the employer and, of course, the colleagues in the workplace. So if you see this individual today and you start seeing changes, so the watchword we always say is change.
Okay.
If you see that change, how is this person doing? He may not be able to express himself, but you just notice that maybe looking dull. Some may not even express dullness. Maybe more frequent to accidents in the workplace. It may be maybe more teary. You know, any little thing person cries more. The person may even be more angry than before. Some of them may start having the oppositional deviant behavior. You say sit and the person goes. You say stand and the person is sitting. And
this isn't the usual behavior.
Person. So that is why we are saying sensitization is very key, because you cannot even pick these things if you don't even know what it is. So sensitizing the whole workforce and letting them know these are certain signs and symptoms they should look out for themselves, in their colleagues and every other person around. That will enable people to talk freely, because it's not about this. For example, you may ask that, oh, employers can say, no, this is the outlet for you to go and express yourself. But if it is not confidential and it's not supportive enough, staff will not even take,
nobody will want to come out
to go talk
and be
about
labeled as someone who has a mental problem in the workplace. Because perhaps they feel it's going to threaten their employment, their job in that place. So that encouragement and sensitization really has to be from the top down, or from government. And
it's at this point people need to know what it is to have a healthy workplace. A healthy workplace is a place whereby all workers, including the managers, actively contribute to the working environment by protecting and promoting the health, safety, and well-being of every employee.
You make it sound like if, for example, we have in a workplace, they have things like fire drills that would help the mental state of the employees. Is that what you're saying?
That's part of it. Everything has to be active. You know, you're contributing to the workplace, but in as much as doing that, you're also protecting and promoting the health, safety, and the holistic well-being of the employees that are there. So everything speaks. So because things that affect people in the workplace related to the type of job they do, relate to the organizational and managerial environment, relate to the skills and capacities of each employee. Okay. And yes, those are the things that that can bring upon certain issues, because sometimes some people have the requisite skills, but they do not have good managerial or organizational support. They do not have good teamwork within the workforce. They don't even have enough resources for that person to execute his or her job. So
okay,
the person
if the person feels incapacitated on the job, that's what to do, but you don't have what to do with such a task,
it's mentally draining. Yes, it's mentally draining, because mental illnesses, when people hear it, they just believe it's just a severe form. No. We have the mild, moderate, and severe form of mental illness.
Okay, let me ask you, what would you say to somebody who, because I've met a few people like that, who say, well, I was really ill last year. I didn't even know I was ill. I didn't know what was wrong with me.
Exactly.
How does such a person begin to even know that she or he ought to see a doctor, or ought to tell the human resources department, look, I think I need to be evaluated for something. I just don't feel like myself. And the person goes for a whole year feeling like that, or 2 years before the thing lifts.
So you say now, depression and anxiety cause the global economic loss of over $1 trillion in lost productivity.
Are you talking about a worldwide figure?
Yes, annually. Depression and anxiety in lost productivity over US $1 trillion.
Are these the people who come to work but are not productive?
Beautiful. These are people. We are not talking about people that are in the hospital bed for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No. These are people like just you and I that come to work. They have that general sense of unwell. They've been, for us in Africa, let us bring it down home to Nigeria. They've been treating malaria and typhoid repeatedly 2-3 months. They've gone through all the blood tests.
Even though it's something else?
Even good. So depression has malaria-like symptoms. You are not eating well, you are overeating. You are not sleeping well, you are oversleeping. You may not be having fever, but general sense of unwell, fatigue, poor concentration and attention. You are not happy, loss of interest in things ordinarily you love to do. Some of these symptoms are the things that people will feel and say, oh, I have malaria. But the thing is that we do like out of the, go to the pharmacy, buy medication thinking it's malaria. But you treat malaria, you treat typhoid, it's not working. So you see some people, they start hospital shopping and doctor shopping. So they move from one hospital to another, they move from one doctor to the other, they do all manner of tests, investigations, up to CT scan, MRI. And then they say, there's nothing wrong with you physically, but you need to see another colleague of mine. If you see that doctor, they say, okay, you need to see another colleague of mine who can evaluate you. And they say, okay, who is that doctor? I say, oh, it's like, no, I'm not mad.
Okay,
so
before we go further, do we even have such a referral system in place whereby a doctor actually knows he should send someone to say?
Yes, all doctors, that is why they won't have the family physician these days, because that's the first point of call before you can refer. But the beautiful thing about workplace mental health is that they don't necessarily have to be psychiatrists. There's a organization for that now, which is called Employees Assistance or Wellness Program. Who is that individual who provides whether internal or external services to the workplace regarding counseling, conflict, dispute resolution, even some finance. So it's not one person that does everything, but it's one person that is in charge of ensuring when you come in and they find the areas you are having troubles with, they refer you appropriately. And that person, like I said, is not actually a psychiatrist. It can be a psychologist, it can be a trained. It's a system whereby you can be trained and certified.
And so this can be done within the confines of the workplace.
Exactly.
Without the person actually going to the hospital.
Exactly. Or it can be external, whereby this is an organization. I use this organization, Beautiful Channels Television. We don't want an EAP, internal service provider, but we have recognizable external providers, which will be released to all the staff as a support system to them, and told, should in case you have XYZ reasons, these are the people you should contact. So for you, you are just contacting, but those people, they only contact the HR unit for that organization. So that information is not spread around, nobody is using it. It's confidential. It's very confidential. And that is the only way the employees of that organization will be able to go there. But we still have that, the stigma still attached to people living with disabilities, living with mental illnesses, for the fact that, oh, they will use it against me in the workplace and all that. So it's very good that if an organization is trying to create a mentally healthy workforce, this support system should be very confidential and very supportive, starting with sensitization in the workplace, letting them know what is available and who is at risk and all.